Don't mind the attire. Why do I got an old high school shirt on with a bunch of? It don't matter. What does matter is what I'm finna tell you, Birdie. Um, what was I gonna tell you? Uh, Replacing something that you lost with something new. Oh my god! I think my dog just threw up by my door. I'm gonna go check up on him after this, cause he must have ate something he wasn't supposed to eat. I'm so tired. I can't even formulate sentences that's coherent. Scrap what I said before. We was making beats. I was gonna make a love song. For who? I don't know. We're gonna try to pivot away from the music. Not because so many people are doing it, mainly because my head is like running at like 30 miles per hour, so pretty slow. I really been in the dumps lately, mainly because I was trying to distract myself from things that I had no control over. Just some bird brain people doing bird brain shit. Just being selfish and only thinking about their self. Trying to disguise it as being caring. But anyway, once again, not a perfect being, not a perfect person. But I'm trying. I'm a bad guy. Which is not okay, but I can admit it. Honestly, I was supposed to play you a beat, but after listen to it sound good after like the fifth play, but then I got like some second, but they said it sound good. But then I showed one of the bros, nigga said it sound like a submarine. Which is okay. Um Hypothetical question. If I made merch, it's not gonna be no expensive merch like fucking $40, $50. If I made merch that is affordable, would y'all cop? It's not gonna be no corny shit with like my name plastered on it with some goddamn hydro dip. It's gonna be some real cool shit. Mm. Also, what I yeah. Ah shit about money. What I wanted to get to was the oversaturation of content in every platform, right? The saturation of that is kind of like, it's so diluted that, our attention spans are kind of like super duper short, to the point where if you're not getting to the point in instant, or you're not on high speed, it doesn't really get through. It's not, you know, you want to have like a basically clairvoyancy in in some in some manner of speaking. Don't distract yourself if you're going through something. Like if you're hurting, or like emotional or physical wise, you don't feel the best of ways, don't try to like put the grime mindset on to cover up like your issues. And that's what I try to do. I try to do that, but then I feel like the loneliness kicked in, so I was trying to figure out how to go back to something that wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. It never was for me. It was just my turn for that point. And I think the reason why I tried to go back, after after so many months and months is that that's all I knew, you know? And if that's all you knew, you're gonna go back to something that's familiar. And oh my God, I just, you know, then, you know, some days you do good, some days you do bad. So like, it's like a relapse, you know? Some days you're fully good and some days you relapse. And it's okay, bro, you know? I hope this makes sense. I'm sleepy. So I'm gonna hit the hay, but I don't want to drag this on too long. I don't know when it's gonna be posted. I hope everything that you wish for comes to fruition. You know, attract nothing but positivity toward your life. You know, I'm a big activist in, you know, energy. I'm not burning no sages and shit and do no voodoo, but like I believe in, you know, positive energy can, you know, speak good about yourself, you know. Your mind doesn't know when you're joking or not, so you speak good about yourself no matter how you feel. You know, you wake up every day trying to figure out what is next, you know. But you don't need a grind mindset, like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. You don't need that, but just stay productive in a healthy amount, all right? Don't overdo it. Don't try to push your gears to the point where they're rusting off, you know. Because, you know, deep down, you might not know who you truly are until you find that specific thing that speaks to you, you know? Like, who are you internally? Are you just a person that have goals, or you're a person that want to accomplish goals and do more with yourself, you know? But I feel like this is basic knowledge, you know? It's nothing too mind-boggling. I'm tired, as you can see. We have an abundance of entertainment and music, so everything's so saturated to the point where like if you have a lot of me, okay, like taste fatigue, you know what I'm saying? If you eat something you love so many times, you're gonna get tired of it. If you have a lot of meat, you're gonna get tired of it. If you have a lot of anything, if you have a lot of fucking cake, you're not gonna want cake anymore. Or I don't like cake at all. Cookies, I like Chewy bars, but cookies, pizza, if you have that constantly, you're not gonna want it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do supply and demand, you know? They demand that you supply it, but make sure that supply is minimum, you know? But it's different for me because I'm unknown, so the supply is spitting out like because the demand is so small, which is kind of counterintuitive, but that's how it works on the internet, you know? I truly wished everything would go so much faster, you know? I'm an impatient guy, as you can see. But I got a lot of regrets that I can't take back. People I mistreated, people I met, things I said, things I lied about. Like I have so many regrets, but that's in the past. Now I gotta move forward. But am I gonna truly get over it? Probably not. It's gonna be stuck with me until the day I die. But you gotta learn how to adapt from your situation and figure out what's the next pivot point for you. You know? Some people get things that are not deserving of them, you know? And I see that. You know what I'm saying? In real life, the evil people win. The evil people win, pretty. But it's not that black and white. There's no just evil and good. There's gray areas. There's nuance to every individual in the world. Everybody is complex, just how you and I are. You know, and this like, I'm pretty sure my audience is like a bunch of kids. I'm not gonna, there's some people my age, but I feel like it's a bunch of like 15 and below type of vibe, which is nothing wrong with that, because if you're watching this, you're a smart individual. You're very intuitive, very very creative, handsome, beautiful, all that, you know, if you watch me. So I'll let you know. But it might not make sense now, but later on maybe it will. Cause like we all get that talk from an adult, like, oh, you got it easy, you got it, but they don't understand that things have changed from when they were a teenager, you know. Not trying to say that everything is all bad and stuff, but there's some issues that you can't really rely on adults. You got to figure out for yourself. And I know that's scary because I was super dependent on my legal guardian, my biological mother, and all the people who helped me. I was very dependent on them, you know, and I feel like that crutch kind of stopped me from moving on a little bit faster than others, you know, which is okay. Which is not okay, but sometimes you feel stuck. And then trying to get unstuck is kind of hard when you don't know where to go. Once you get unstuck, you don't know where to walk. So you go back in the same path and it's quicksand and you're sinking. You know, so it's kind of hard to figure out what's the pivot point of what's next, you know. There's only a couple options that you can do that's not looked down upon, you know. It's schooling, work. Not a lot of options. But if you break those down, you got college, trade, different type of jobs. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two only options for real. And then there's add-ons to school, like sports in school or trades in school, merchants and shit like that. Wait, I'm sorry, my fault. School, work, military. But military is like work and school combined. So, and then if you're taking a gap year, like I'm kind of, I guess. If you're taking a gap year, you should be working or finding a trade or getting good uses so you can adapt yourself in the world of capitalism. That sounds boring. Why would I want to work? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I never wanted to work. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, why would I want to work? I know that sounds stupid. Like, I have to work to like get the things that I want and eat and shit like that. But why would I want to work? You know, why would I want to be in that endless cycle until I die? You know, why would I want to do that? Working check to check when there's other people out there who are more fortunate than me that they don't have to work at all. You want their spot, don't you? So it's either you earn it or you take it. Mm-hmm. That's like them old drunk unks that be giving you wisdom. You gotta earn your spot or take it. Which one are you? You know, you're gonna be the cat or the mouse. Real talk, man. I feel like I don't be reminiscent about anything or about people. I'm more of curious of what they're doing without me. You know, it's not that you miss them. You're more of a curious of what they're going on. You know, that you're like it's the human in you to be curious about what's next for your future or somebody else's future that you used to be connected to. You know. I could preach all day and then add all these big philosophical words about how life is so complex and mundane and it's all a trap. But if you keep it simple and you understand the root cause of what you do, you shouldn't have to overthink it. Because overthinking, you might think it's helping, but it's not. It's detrimental to your mind because it's giving you crippling anxiety. You know, you truly don't know what's next. So I can just repeat everything, word it differently to get it through your head, but you're not gonna understand it if you don't want to, you know. But it's been great talking to you, big bro. I'm gonna take myself a good little. Now I'm going to bed. I'm not gonna see no nap. I'm going to sleep. Yeah, and I hope everything's doing pretty good. If you're seeing this, come subscribe. Come check out. I don't think I got any songs on SoundCloud, but yeah, go check that out. And if you see me at work, you could take a picture if you want. I don't know. I only like 2 people came up to me and asked for a picture. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Have a good night. and love you.